Hey Ashton, how to get my first 20 bomb in Apex? How to get 4000k badge please? Want to get the 210 kill badge and 4k damage please? Alright, so a lot of you guys have been asking for an updated video on how to get your first 20 bomb and 4000 damage badge in Apex Legends, so let's give it a go. But not before we say a quick thank you to our sponsors EA for sponsoring this video. So the first area we're going to be looking at when looking at how to get your first 20 bomb and first 4000 damage badge in Apex Legends is going to be your legend choice and your game mode, or as I like to call it. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you are going to already have the legend in mind that you want to get this 20 kill badge or 4000 damage badge on, but if you don't, then make sure you pick a movement legend because it's just going to make the whole process so much easier. This is because movement characters can travel faster, they can go to high ground a lot quicker, and of course they can hit the enemies with that sweet, sweet movement tech. Now, those of you who are planning to get a 4k or 20 bomb badge on a legend that isn't necessarily movement based are probably out there looking like this right now. But don't worry, I have the best team comps for your 4k badges and 20 bomb badges right here. If you can play with a pre-made squad, if you're going for a 4000 damage badge, make sure to play with a Valkyrie and a Loba. That's because Loba is going to provide you with the weaponry and ammo you need to farm as much damage as possible, and Valk is going to give you those quick rotations, and it's just going to help you travel the map a lot faster and find people faster. And with Valk, you can hit the enemies with the fly-by. Why? Because you're a busy guy and you want to get as many kills and as much damage as possible in the quickest time possible. And much the same goes for Valk on the 20 bomb comp as well, of course. But instead of Loba on the team comp, I would go with Ash now, as Ash is going to be able to tell you where death boxes are, which essentially tells you where fights are happening, so you can pretty much third party a lot faster or just know where enemies are in the general area a lot easier, so that's pretty good when you're trying to farm kills. As for the game mode you should play, if you're solo, I highly recommend playing duos if possible. I know some of you can't on your servers, so I mean that's really sad for you, I'm so sorry. But if you're a duo or a trio, then I recommend just sticking to trios, because that way you're going to be running into more people, as every team has an extra player and an extra potential kill for you to take. So my advice to people in terms of landing spots would of course, as always, be to land hot.
Land hot? Okay, sounds easy enough. Oh man, I can't wait to get this first 20 bomb and 4k badge. It's gonna be so good on my banner.
No, not literally. Don't literally land hot. What are you doing? Putting it simply, landing hot often comes down to the luck of the weapons and armor that you land on, which means 9 times out of 10 you're gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you here. But on those times that you don't die, you're gonna be in a great position to get some early kills, early damage, and in a great position to start off strong at the start of the match, where there are a bunch of players with probably bad loot around you that you can easily kill and start off that 20 bomb grind or 4k damage grind, depending on what badge you're going for. But to make this process even easier for you guys, I've listed the top 3 hot drops at each map that are in Apex right now, even though only 2 are playable. I'm not magic, I don't know what season you're watching in, so that you guys know exactly where to land in order to find the most amount of people off the rip. These hot drops consist of Fragment, Skyhook, Countdown, Market, Octane's Gauntlet, Crash Site, Bonsai Plaza, Gardens, Estates, and Stormcatcher, Barometer, and Checkpoint. Basically, if you land at any of these places, just get ready for absolute chaos. Please subscribe.
I'm fast as
Fuse.
boy.
Whether or not you're going for a 20 bomb or a 4k, you need to be fast in what you're doing. And if you think you're being fast and you're still not getting your 20 bomb or 4k badge, then you're not being fast enough. So you need to speed up a lot faster. Alright, I don't have to talk fast, but basically what you have to do is you have to think fast, loot fast, rotate fast, everything you can possibly do in Apex, you have to do it at Mach 10. Essentially, when you're trying to go for the 20 kill badge, your biggest enemy is the clock and every other player in the game. But not just because they're trying to kill you, but they're also trying to kill everyone else, which means they might kill so many people that you don't have enough people left to kill to get the 20 bomb badge in one game. This is exactly why having a Valkyrie on the team or an Ash on the team can be a massive help when going for those 20 kills, because they're going to help you get there faster and they're going to tell you exactly where everyone is. A general rule of thumb when going for 20 kills in one game is to land on one building, loot that building up, and then from there on out, you're only going to be looting the death boxes of the people you kill. There simply is no time to loot. If you're not lucky enough to have an Ashe on the team, I mean, we'd all be so lucky to have this wonderful character on our team, but if you're not so lucky to have this character on the team, then don't worry. As for rotations, you should plan to rotate into the hot POIs that I listed earlier, depending on which one you land at. So for example, if you land in Fragment and the ring is pulling towards Skyhook, you know a lot of people are probably going to be over in that direction. If you landed Market in King's Canyon, then you know Octane's Gauntlet is only a stone's throw away, so basically just use your intuition to push to the most popular POIs in the map, and chances are you're gonna find someone there. When it comes to weaponry, I wouldn't worry too much, because after all, you're the biggest weapon. That's not an insult, I promise. Because you're a cracked individual and you can use any weapon at your disposal to calmly and collectively dispose of your enemy. Alright, but in all seriousness, if you're going for the 4K badge this season, the triple take is obviously the way to go about it, because the triple take came out of the care package and it feels pretty much just the same as when it went in. It's ridiculously good at close range, long range, mid range, it doesn't matter. It's a shotgun, it's a sniper, it's whatever you want it to be. As for your 20 bomb, you want to be going shotguns, SMGs, assault rifles, even LMGs. Please don't use LMGs, they make everyone so sad, but they're kind of good, aren't they? What a lot of players don't like to tell you, that behind their shiny 20 kill badge or glorious 4K damage badge, there was actually a lot of farming or feeding going on behind it, and it wasn't so glamorous as it looks on the banner after all. Like it or not, a lot of farming and feeding goes into getting these badges, and basically if you don't know what these terms mean, feeding is when your teammates do a little bit of damage to enemies and then you go in and finish them off, essentially making it a lot easier for you to secure the kill. And farming is much the same, but except for damage wise, you just let the enemies heal up and shoot them over and over again, because if you know the team is bad, then you might as well just get the maximum amount of damage off of them, right? Another farming tactic is to use mobile respawn beacons, or just deliberately allow the enemies to revive their teammates when you're killing them in order to farm more kills towards your 20 kill badge. This one in particular is fairly common because, let's be honest, people die off so quickly in Apex, it's highly unlikely that you're gonna run into 20 people in a game anyway, so, you know, letting their team respawn once or twice to get their teammates back so you can get those kills can often be the only way of actually getting this badge. But just remember, there's no shame in doing this, it's completely normal, everyone does it, even pro players do it sometimes just to get those crazy end screens that you see. You know, if you see those 6,000 damage plus games, there's a high chance they're just letting the enemies heal, or if you see a 30 kill game, there's a high chance that one team respawned 3 or 4 times. It's just how these games happen, and there's no shame in it, so don't worry about it. Make sure to catch me next time for your main legend stereotypes part 2.